Today we're embarking on an intriguing journey throughout time to examine humanity's quest for knowledge, which has evolved from divine insight and cosmic understanding to technological reliance. Throughout history, this pursuit of understanding has manifested in two distinct yet intertwined forms. For thousands of years, people sought wisdom from oracles, gods, and the stars to uncover life's mysteries. Ancient civilizations believed that divine forces communicated truths through signs and symbols, providing access to a pre-existing realm of knowledge, what Jung referred to as the collective unconscious, a limitless source of creativity and insight. We have long held an all-knowing source can answer our questions and reveal our destinies. However, our ancestors understood that such answers were not easily obtained. Messages from oracles demanded intuition, discipline, sacrifice, and a profound commitment to facing the unknown. As society transitioned into the modern age, this sacred pursuit transformed into something more immediate and accessible. Today, we consult Google for instant answers to our questions, bypassing the need for sacrifice, meditation, or even reflection. Now, we stand at the brink of a new technological paradigm, artificial intelligence. This shift raises an important question. Have we forfeited something vital in our quest for knowledge? While many believe that science and technology provide superior answers, we must recognize that the deep connection our ancestors had with the organic collective unconscious has often been overshadowed by the overwhelming amount of modern data. Although using digital tools to address technological issues is beneficial, how do we confront the profound mysteries of what we might define as the soul? Currently, we find ourselves trapped between two extremes. We cannot return to the past and seek guidance from ancient oracles, yet we're hesitant to fully embrace AI. Both approaches represent external searches for truth, but they differ fundamentally. The former involves a deep engagement with the cosmos, where every symbol bears multiple meanings, while today's technology offers statistical averages that claim to be personalized, but often overlook individual uniqueness. Regardless of whether we turn to an oracle or AI, there is a deep yearning within us to access wisdom from beyond ourselves. However, we must also recognize that we may have lost the essence of the sacred pursuit. We no longer undertake pilgrimages, make personal sacrifices, or meditate profoundly on images and symbols that resonate within our lives. Instead, we simply ask for information and receive immediate responses. Although we are not making sacrifices in the traditional sense, we must question, is something still being sacrificed in this process? Let's take a brief look into the world of our ancestors to understand their journey. One of the key methods was a pilgrimage to an oracle, seeking a voice from the beyond. The oracle at Delphi was accessible to a diverse range of seekers, including both common individuals and wealthy elite, who traveled to Delphi to consult it for various reasons. People sought guidance on personal matters such as health, relationships, and business ventures, while cities and states sent political leaders and ambassadors to gain insight on significant issues like wars, alliances, and civic decisions. To consult the oracle, certain requirements had to be met. Seekers typically brought offerings and sacrifices to the temple as a form of respect, and they often had to pass through a purification ritual. The central figure in this process was the Pythia, a revered priestess who served as the oracle's mouthpiece. She would often deliver prophetic messages, often in a cryptic manner. This would further be translated by priests, and then the message would be given to the seekers, ensuring that the wisdom of the gods was conveyed and understood. This combination of personal and political consultations, along with the necessary rituals and offerings, contributed to Delphi's lasting significance in Greek culture and in history. Oracles and prophecies permeate the great stories. From King Croesus, who famously misread the oracle when he was told a great army will be defeated if he goes to war. He did not realize the defeat would be his own. The foreshadowing of fate is also prevalent in Norse mythology, which speaks of Ragnarok, the ending of the gods. The same is true in other famous stories such as Oedipus Rex and Macbeth. More modern-day stories that famously incorporate oracles and prophecies are Harry Potter, The Matrix, and The Game of Thrones. In all of these stories, the wisdom given is not without uncertainty or risk for the protagonists or the seekers. Sometimes seeking wisdom does not come directly from the voices of the beyond, but rather through the messengers, omens, and signs and symbols that allow us to infer the wisdom of the gods. We often try to bypass chance and fate through reading these symbolic formations. In ancient Rome, augury allowed leaders to interpret divine will through bird movements, highlighting the intertwined nature of divine signs and human decisions. They did not take these signs lightly. Decisions about battles often depended on the flight patterns of these birds. In the East, most have heard of the I Ching, or the Book of Changes. It is the ancient text used for divination, the process of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means. By casting coins to create hexagrams, individuals interpret these symbols to reflect their current situations and potential futures. Yet another way to hear the wisdom from the beyond involves the inward journey. For those that are destined to be spiritual leaders or even the common person, we seek the voices from the beyond through dreams, visions, or spiritual journeys. Many of the inner visions often involve deep meditation or contemplation for the messages to be received, and sometimes there is a tremendous risk involved, either being consumed by the spirits or being persecuted in one's waking life for the vision they have shared. History and the great stories provide an almost endless account of the spiritual message. We find them in all cultures from the West to the East and with all indigenous people. Some of the most famous stories of dreams can be found in the Bible. In the book of Genesis, Joseph's dreams symbolize his future rise to power, featuring sheaves of wheat bowing to him and the sun and the moon and the stars in reverence. When he shared these dreams, it incited jealousy among his brothers, leading to their plot to sell him into slavery and deceive their father. However, Joseph's ability to interpret dreams ultimately proved crucial with the Pharaoh. Troubled by his own dreams of impending famine, he sought guidance. Joseph interpreted the Pharaoh's dreams as a warning of 7 years of abundance followed by 7 years of famine. This insight not only helped the Pharaoh prepare for the crisis, but also paved the way for Joseph's rise to power in Egypt, showcasing how his dreams could lead to both personal transformation and the salvation of many. In the East, Siddhartha Gautama, who later became known as the Buddha, experienced 5 dreams and 4 visions that held deep significance in his spiritual journey. The 5 dreams revealed his potential for enlightenment and foreshadowed the transformative path he would take to become the Buddha. In these dreams, he saw symbols of suffering, joy, and liberation, which underscored the duality of human existence. We see great importance of the inner journey with Native Americans as well as the shamans. Many Native American tribes engage in vision quests, where isolation leads to significant personal insights, regarded as sacred messages from the spiritual world. Often, the shamans go into the underworld, which poses great risk to the spiritual leader. What he or she brings back is the wisdom for the collective. For some, these practices may seem archaic or esoteric. Can we find a practice that is still common today? Look no further than astrology. It's interesting, even the most dogmatic and hard-nosed scientists often become excited when talking about their sign. Astrology, the language of the stars, states that the positions of the celestial bodies influence individual outcomes and personality traits. By interpreting these positions, practitioners seek guidance on various life aspects, such as relationships, career paths, and personal growth. Throughout history, astrology has served as a tool for individuals seeking insight into their futures and understanding themselves in the context of the universe. The connection between the cosmos and the human experience illustrates a timeless quest for knowledge and meaning, allowing individuals to navigate life's complexities with a sense of direction inspired by the stars. Our lives may have diverged at the crossroads of astrology and astronomy, transitioning from the realm of uncertainty to one of predictability. While science has often transformed humanity through its remarkable advancements, it seems that, at times, the soul has been overlooked. Yet, even within the rigorous discipline and effort required in science, there emerges a quest for the voices from the beyond, not from the stars, but from AI. More and more, we're hearing how scientists are using AI to answer some of the most elusive mysteries. We are again projecting into something larger than ourselves. As we navigate the intersection of humanity and technology, it's crucial to take a moment to reflect on the profound themes that fuel our intrigue with artificial intelligence. As much as AI represents a pinnacle of our technological advancement and appears novel in many ways, it actually is an intimation of something quite ancient. As you may have surmised by now, it reflects an archetypal process of seeking answers and insight from the beyond. While interacting with AI can create the illusion of genuine dialogue, it's crucial to recognize that its responses are not derived from the essence of our personal understanding, but rather from the commonalities of human experience. It does not pull from the collective unconscious source, but from the collective consciousness. There is a fundamental difference here. AI synthesizes what it has learned from databases, reflecting our collective thoughts, feelings, and expressions rather than tapping into a profound and transformative wisdom. This raises the question, is AI the devouring side of the Ouroboros, the snake eating its own tail, but without the creative source? It will eat its own waste. In contrast, the archetypal journey towards wisdom is a profound process that demands time, labor, sacrifice, and deep contemplation. It requires a journey through the rich labyrinth of the collective unconscious, where the true insights emerge from a well of shared experience and archetypal symbols. Engaging with this journey means grappling with discomfort, embracing ambiguity, and allowing oneself to evolve through experiences that shape our individuality. Our reliance on AI can resemble the Midas touch. We receive immediate gratification in the form of polished responses and conclusions without enduring the necessary labor. This convenience, however, may lead to a sense of lifelessness in our interactions and creativity. Algorithms and AI will only continue to improve at predicting our behaviors and preferences, often appearing magical and mysterious. Yet, is it a fantasy to believe that these mechanical methods can truly resonate with the depths of our souls? When we dream or get lost in imagination, how can AI ever capture the unique essence of our individuality? Ultimately, while AI may offer rapid access to the gold of knowledge, it lacks a transformative journey that infuses those insights with life and meaning. The essence of our humanity lies in the struggles and triumphs that shape us, reminding us that true dialogue and understanding are born from our shared experiences, not merely from the synthesis of data. As we navigate this relationship with technology, we must remain mindful of the great depth and richness the human psyche offers us through its innate ability to be creative, a path rooted in labor, sacrifice, and a quest for novelty and authenticity. We will continue to seek the voices from the beyond, and if we are wise, we shall learn that they speak within us. For those that have stayed with me to the end, a huge thank you. This is a wonderful way to support the work. If you have not done so already, consider subscribing to the channel for going into deeper mysteries of life and the wisdom of stories. As always, stay curious and treasure the fleeting moments.